What is going on, guys? And in this video I will be taking a look at the Model 17 Staggerwing in the Air Race class. Now the only way to get this plane is to complete the War Heroes story. I'll leave a little tag on the screen for that and a link in the description below if you guys want to get that done as quickly as possible, because I gotta admit one thing, this plane's actually pretty good from what I can see from testing out a little bit. Has great stability, it's pretty fast, and it doesn't lose itself like the Aerobatics one. I know like they're different classes, but my goodness, that plane was really annoying me, and I was kind of getting a little upset when I made that video because I just couldn't believe how annoying that plane was to fly. But luckily the Air Race version of the Staggerwing is actually really fun to fly, and it's actually really good as well. Anyway, when it comes to the customization, obviously you can't do much to the plane because it's not like you can add rims to this thing or anything, or like lower it or something like that, but at least there's a good amount of official colors you can add to the plane, and obviously all the other colors that are in the game as well you can put on there if you guys would like to. Besides the color, you can also change the livery and or remove the one that's currently on the plane if you don't like that too much. But I kind of like how the black and yellow looks on there with the white. I had to change this thing to that because I think it looks really good. And you can also add a vanity item to it as well, which is going to be the smokes. I actually made the smoke red, which personally I don't really use the smokes too often because normally when I'm using that I can't see where I'm flying, so I really don't see a point of using it. But it does look pretty awesome. So I have to admit one thing, I don't know what it is, but I really do like the look of this plane. I think it's very unique, and I just think it is a very cool looking plane overall. And I could not believe how bad the Aerobatics one was. I was mentioning that before. It's just really sad. Before I jump into the race, I wanted to fly this thing around for a quick second and go over some of the positives I have been noticing when flying around in the new Staggerwing. So first thing, I have to admit, I am actually really liking this plane a lot. It actually seems really good. The overall stability of the plane is very nice, and hitting L1 and R1, the plane doesn't move too much. You know, holding square will spin a little bit faster, but my goodness, this thing holds itself in a line so well and just feels really nice when flying. Obviously, the cruising speed will be about 250, which is pretty average for a lot of the planes. Hitting the nitrous on it in a straight line, though, you'll be able to get this thing up to around 280 miles an hour or so. Obviously, pushing all that nitrous out of the plane probably isn't the greatest thing, but I'm just generally impressed on how well this plane feels, and I plan to use it a little bit more in the future. Also, is that a smiley face in the water, or am I just really tripping out right now? Okay, but regardless, I have to say I'm gonna have to use this thing in future summits because I think it could be used in skills compared to the Zivko, because obviously that is my favorite plane in the game, but I would like to try something else out to see if any of these other planes can be useful. I think the Staggerwing is definitely going to be in that category because this plane seems pretty dang good. Anyway, let's jump into that race right now. Now, jumping right into the Jersey City race here in the new Staggerwing. Now, there's a few things I want to go over with this plane from flying it a little bit that I think might make it, well, not as good as some of the other ones. For one, I noticed the overall speed might be a little bit slower than some of the other planes. Now, the plane isn't bad in any way. It's actually pretty fast. From what I can see, as long as you hit the nitrous on it, it will get up to speed very nicely. I'm actually currently kind of beating my Ghost a little bit, which is impressive. But then again, if you guys are looking to use a different air race plane for skills, you don't necessarily have to have the fastest plane out there. Just something that is very stable and can turn very well. And well, to be honest, I would say this plane's going to be top tier for turning and overall stability because it seems very good. I mean, I am barely touching the analog sticks here, and this thing is turning so easily. I mean, it's kind of crazy how good it's turning, and I'm keeping right up with my Ghost as well. I really do love the Zivko, and having something else I can fly around a little bit is going to be really awesome. So like I said, there's a few things that might slow it down a little bit, but being able to use this thing on skills will probably be a pretty good idea because you really don't need something fast to use those. If you're looking to use something on like an air race for this, for example, I don't know if this plane might be the best option, but at least we can use something else if you guys really wanted to. I know the summits can get pretty intense, and while having the fastest vehicle out there normally would make a big difference for getting into platinum, and well, sometimes some of these new vehicles that they add might not be that great, just like I just did missing that checkpoint there, unfortunately. But also having the right parts and all that on your vehicle might make a big difference, and while having the gateway and all that make this thing insane. I'm currently failing pretty hard at grabbing these checkpoints, but I have to say this plane's definitely going to be worth a look if you guys want to try something out. And well, the overall stability on this plane will definitely be top tier overall. Anyway, that'll pretty much wrap up the video here on the Staggerwing. Like I said, this plane is pretty awesome overall. Let me know your thoughts on it in the comments below, and here are the settings I'm currently running.